A lot of participants here, they are from schools, they are from colleges, from different backgrounds. And within after getting this ACIC functional, we reached out to many schools, many stakeholders who could be our partners in weaving this net of innovation and promoting this innovation and entrepreneurship. So we felt few very basic needs. First thing they asked that what is the kind of government initiatives, how this ACIC or this moreover this Atal Innovation Mission is helping this innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem.
So sorry, I'm on road actually. Got stuck in traffic somewhere. I'm
Yeah.
trying to move to a different place today.
Okay.
That's why. I
Okay.
hope it's okay now. Dr. Shashwat?
Yes, sir. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, clearly.
Yeah. So, sir, I was talking that we have so many stakeholders who are from schools, from higher education institutions, and from professional bodies. They want to know that what kind of initiatives are taken under Atal Innovation Mission to promote innovation and entrepreneurship.
Cool, cool. So let me take that first. Uh, so basically, let me congratulate everyone and welcome on this World Entrepreneurs Day. Good afternoon for spending this next few minutes with all of us, where we are trying to spread the awareness for innovation and building an entrepreneurship culture in the country. Now, for that, at Atal Innovation Mission, when we started 5 years back, the idea was that how could we build an entire life cycle of innovators approach, right? And what I mean by this is that the various ways in which we do our programs. It's not that these programs have not been thought well. They try to build an entire life cycle approach in a way that Atal Tinkering Labs, when you see that in a school, the idea is that we are trying to create innovators for the next generation. And when we move on to the colleges and the universities, we have the Atal Incubation Centers. Now, what we understood over the period when we were trying to implement this is there is a good scope for entrepreneurs and startups to, nurture themselves and get ahead in the tier 1 part of the country, the metropolitan cities. But what about the tier 2 and the underserved regions of the country? And hence, last year, when we were thinking around this, we thought of introducing the Atal Community Innovation Centers. The idea with Atal Community Innovation Centers is that we will be supporting startup entrepreneurs, focusing on solving the problems of SDGs, and the entire ACIC would then support these entrepreneurs to get ready for the market and then push them towards leading a bigger startup in the metropolitans, and then taking it from there. So that's where we're trying to catch them young and catch them right, using the ACICs and the ATLs. Now, while going through the entire journey of building your startup and taking it ahead, you realize that there are twice in the journey of a startup comes the valley of death, as they call it, where there's a lot of fund required for capital investments, for working capital, and others. So to solve that, what we did was we have two different programs. First is the Atal New India Challenges, the ANIC. The idea with this is that we collaborate with the ministries and try to understand what are the problems in this country, and where we could take the support of startups to help them and solve this solution and find a solution. So that's what we're doing with ANIC. There's a program called as ARISE, that's Atal Research for Small Enterprises. The idea is that there are a lot of MSMEs in this country doing some brilliant stuff, but I think over a period of time now, we need to give them a stimulus for better and bigger growth. So what we do with ANIC ARISE is that we support these startups who are ready to find and tinker their solutions with MSMEs and build their solutions bigger. So that's the ARISE that we're doing. There's 5 different programs that we run. Now, why do we run 5 different programs? Because there is a need at every level, right? There's a need at the school level. We have 8,000 plus labs. There's a need for Atal Incubation Centers. Currently, we have 68 Atal Incubation Centers, 2,000 plus startups there. The ACIC is the model that we started off couple of years ago. Now we have established 9 of them, hoping to establish 50 in the next year or so. Anika is we're continuously on the lookout with ministries to find the right challenges and the right startups that we can support. So the idea is that we're building this entire journey for a startup, and they can come and join us at various points of, the touch points of their life if they really want to spread. So that's how we are trying to do it at Atal Innovation Mission. And the government, for that matter, has been vocal about the need for startups since the last 4 or 5 years at least. The number of registrations have gone up. Even during the pandemic, we saw a lot of registrations of startups, and pivotal business models came up in the last 1.5 years. So we are very hopeful with the entire journey that we are in, and let's see where we go. But we are vocal, and we all want as many startups as possible to solve the problems.
That's a really good move, sir. And we have seen that the ACICs came up late after this AICs and ATLs and ANICs. So what is the purpose of these ACICs right now? I think the status 8 or 9 ACICs are operational. So and very late they added skill development as well with the ACICs. So a clear guideline that what could be the functionalities of these CICs, if you can expedite on this.
Surely, and that's a way of putting it that they came in late. But I would say that there are gaps in the ecosystem that lie, and what we at Atal Innovation Mission are always doing is trying to find those gaps and then fill those gaps. The ACICs came in late, but the responsibilities of ACICs are far huge, right? Why I say so? Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to build an innovation culture in tier 2 cities of the country, where people have always been job seekers, or they have been job creators but have been very small and minuscule. The growth has not been exponential, is what I can say, to be on the exact part of it. So the responsibility of an ACIC is not only to find such job creators, but also to support them in moving exponential in their growth. Now, when you're doing this exponential growth of the entire ecosystem, there would be failures. We accept that. But the idea is that these job creators or the job creators in a way, or an MSME or a startup, would focus on SDGs, the problems that have been aligned by the UNDP as the Sustainable Development Goals, and we have about 17 of them specific on various topics, from poverty to economic prosperity. If we find that entire, if you're trying to build that entire horizon, every part has its own role to play, and the purpose of an ACIC is to find people or young entrepreneurs or startups already existing in this entire ecosystem, and then support them in their growth. Now they can obviously be supporting to a larger extent, but how do you really build a pathway for them? Some of us like myself, I've been a small entrepreneur myself in my earlier years. What happens is we build inside a cocoon, right? And we are focused on our communities. How can the ACIC help me leverage the entire network that it is building of 50 ACIC, 68 AICs already present? How I will get that leverage to move from one region to other region? How do I get that leverage of showing my brilliant solutions to the ministries and right? This is where the ACICs come in. The ACICs come in, find me or help me out, and then help and give me a launch pad to move to metropolitans, and give my solutions the width or the flight that it is needed over a period of time, right? So the ACICs play a crucial role when we are trying to solve first the SDG, that is India's journey towards meeting them, and we are going to accelerate in that journey. ACICs will play a very crucial role there. Second, journey for a startup. And thirdly, also build this entire connect, right? Currently, what happens is a solution developed in Uttar Pradesh or maybe in Maharashtra or Madhya Pradesh. Exactly can they go? What's my next geography to go. Should I be in Northeast? Should I be going to the different district, the next district? Now, how would you do that? The ACICs will also have to partner with the government bodies, right? What I'm saying, the government bodies is that local government bodies from one district to the other district. How do you move that? The ACICs will have to create that leverage also for the entire startup ecosystem that exists within the state, then within globally. So we are developing our own models using the entire UNDP, But what we are also looking at is the ACICs come and help us not only at this local juncture, but also help us in building the entire leverage network.
Thank you, sir. And it's really a very commendable job that we have seen the ACICs have been evenly distributed to all the parts of the country, whether it is Northeast or the Far East, whether it is North, South, West, and they are very, very strategically placed. And they are partnering with the existing AICs as well and connecting with the ATLs and other bodies. And yes, I recognize that they have a lot of work to do and they have to partner with the government bodies closely. So uh, like recent challenge we had, what I feel that I say that we as an innovation center, we are born in pandemic. And I think I take proud that we actually established ourselves within this period, which needed the kind of innovation center. That is a huge need was felt. So taking the reference of COVID, so I would like to ask you that what kind of footprint AIM mission has been able to give up to support this COVID-19 support system within the country.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Sashwat. Actually, in the last 18 months, we all have been working on various government, our role is also to provide support to the entire country, and we were going through some very very bad times during our entire journey. There were phases where there was a lot of trouble around, and we had to find solutions for them. So what we did if you really want to know what all we did, so when the first wave came in and we were under the lockdown, there were a lot of requests to find the right logistics while movement of products, and a lot of startups were doing some brilliant work in the entire healthcare space, the edtech space, but they were not able to find the entire logistics for finding their raw materials. So a team from our side was there, which was continuously working on with a couple of more ministries to find the right logistics and travel support for these raw material movement. A team from our side was looking continuously to find solutions. So in 2.5 months, we went through 1,100 startup pitches to find the top 50, and then these top 50 had been supported in not only finding the market, but also providing them on ground support to deliver on ground with their solutions and service. And this was done before June. So we were, in that 2 months, we were continuously working to find this so that we can support them. Then we moved from the startups. Then we moved to understand what's the next big challenge that we might face, and hence, these startups were small. So how do we really give them the next leverage? We started talking to a lot of VCs and HNIs to find the funding for them. So that was something that we did late last year. Early this year, when we went through a difficult we all have been continuously working not only on on finding the solutions to the problems, but we are working very closely with the entire leadership to finding, if you know, the entire network that we're building with Ola, where we're giving oxygen at home. All this entire model was developed internally during that point of time. So what we're doing is we're trying to find where is the problem, and can our startups or MSMEs come together and support it. We are also trying to build the leverage we have a, how can we give them access to the ground and support them on ground. and then find the funding for them. So something that is very important is finding the right funds for the growing startups, and that is also something that we're doing. So we've been continuously working on various fronts. These are some that I could name, the others I cannot. Just bear with me for that.
Yeah, that's really a great job, and I have been witnessing through your programs that many ICs, especially I see Hyderabad, they have put a lot of effort through the softwares and different projects have been funded, and it was really heartening to see that many of the fundings which were given in COVID times through distributed through Niti Aayog, they have developed into products, and they are in the market commercialization. So this is really heartening to see, and I thank team of Niti Aayog for this commendable job that we started from the onset of COVID. We had different meetings, and we got to know that there are different stakeholders in the ecosystem already present, and ACICs. As an ACIC, we were not having much kind of experience, but what I like that during this COVID time when this outreach was not possible, this Niti Aayog team worked very efficiently, very beautifully, organized very different webinars, and they also helped us. They guided us to do different events, and based on that, we reached out to our stakeholders as well. So, sir, uh, any good message for your the current innovators and entrepreneurs who are currently with us?
So message. I think my message to everyone is try to find the problems that you are really facing. Right. A startup is not built by a service or a solution that is in your head. It is not. A startup cannot solve a problem that is in my head. A startup, if you want to be relevant and long lasting in your entire journey, it has to problem that exists on ground, and and that problem is relevant currently. If you're ahead of time, you will lose out. If you're after time, you'll lose out. So you'll have to find both. You'll have to find the problem, and you'll have to find the relevance of that problem. If you are able to find these two, I think there will be a struggle in your life while you're opening your startup and everything else. But if you're in it for a long time, right? Say if you're ready to give your 24 months to your problem and solution, and if it's relevant, if you're ready to do that, I think sky's the limit, because there's no dearth of funding in this country. It's just that how relevant are you with your solution to the problem. If you find that, and if you're able to find it clearly, then I think there is no dearth of funding or dearth of support for that solution. uh, but if you're irrelevant currently to the kind of solutions, and irrelevance is not about only sectors, right? Don't think that currently relevant. We are looking at agri-tech, right?
Yeah,
What can we do? So there are a lot of relevant solutions that are required, and every sector is important. So, but the only issue that I face always when I talk to our startups is they some of them do not know the relevance of the problem that they're trying to solve. So if you're ready to find the relevance and ready to know what's the solution, and if you have that, then I think that is more than enough for you to have your wonderful careers and become a job creator. Don't be a job seeker. You have enough support in the ecosystem now. So the next the next 10 years or a decade can be the entrepreneur's decade for this country, and we can change a lot of things. So let's all focus on becoming job creators and support each other to move ahead in life. That's all. Nothing specific around it.
those are the beautiful lines, sir, and that is really the best fundamental that entrepreneurs, they are not supposed to run for the money or raising the money. It is the secondary. The main thing should be the focus on solving the problem. Everything will be measured. Those all the parameters, they come, they follow it. If you have this tendency of solving the problems of the society, or solving the problems which is around you, so that can be commercialized. That is another aspect, and a lot of funding is available, sir. Talking to this, we have different schools right now, and they are very interested in going through the applying for the ATLs, and they find that ATL portal is currently they have closed applications. So any message to them that these enthusiasts, they want to apply for ATLs? So any message to them that what should be their kind of preparation and when they can apply for it?
So currently, yes, we're not accepting any applications on the ATLs because we already have more than enough to fund. We had opened our applications and are continuously doing so. It's not that we won't open it again. Obviously we would like to open it again, but currently obviously we are going through the applications that were sent on to us earlier, and we our target is of 10,000 ATLs. We're currently at 8,000. We have more than enough applications to go through to support them as of now. But see, do not only think that ATL is something that we are going to give you, and as a school we are going to give you, and you'll be able to give it to the children. See, ATLs, if you really see the equipments that are there in the ATL, it's not that huge. It's a 3D printer. There are some microchips for IoT and everything else. You yourself can build it at the school level. It's not that if the money is not given by the government, you can't build it. These tinkering labs do not have a big a big lab. These are very small labs and can be built by every school. But if you're looking at our applications, when will they open? There's still time for that. We will open our applications, maybe not very soon, because we have more than enough applications currently. But we really want you to, if you want to be an ATL, at least do one thing: is tie up with the schools that are currently ATLs, and give your children the opportunity to go and visit these schools, or attend our events. We are doing every event that we're doing for student is live on YouTube. So even if you're not a part of the ATL, you can encourage your students to attend these, and at least get the knowledge of it. And by the time when the right time comes, obviously you'll be ready for it, and you will be able to give a very good application when we do open it up. But currently, there are two things that you could do. First is partner with the ATLs around, and let your children go to these schools and attend events and attend our online events. That's the first thing. That's leverage networks. And second is leverage knowledge. Whatever we are passing it on, it's free of cost on our website and also on YouTube channels that we host it on. So leverage knowledge. That's all. You don't have to be ready right now. It's still time before we open up our applications.
That's good news, sir. And as an ACIC, we have also designed few training sessions. We are currently running the training session on Python programming. After this, we'll be focusing on the data science and then machine learning and automation. These all skill programs we have designed and we'll be sharing soon with the schools. And it is really, I feel proud that different schools have connected with us, and more than 70 students are regularly connecting with us every Friday and Saturday. And we are creating these kind of value added sessions, and soon we'll be starting our groundwork, which will be the interaction session, which will be the one-on-one in physical form. So thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to showcase few of our incubatees who are already with us, and they are the innovators, they are the entrepreneurs. So I call upon first Mr. Anuj ji to showcase that what his startup has to do. Anu sir, please welcome.
Good afternoon, Dr. Shashwat, and good afternoon, Mr. Yadav, and to all the participants. Dr. Shashwat, Prashant is also joining. Can you, unmute
I'm elevating him, sir.
Yep. And can I share my screen?
Yeah, you can.
All right. Is the presentation visible?
Yes, it is.
Prashant?
I'm just adding him, sir.
Yeah. So it is a very young forum, right? And me and Prashant, let's say we are more experience led than the power of youth, but we hope that you'll find this useful.
Mr. Prashant has joined, sir.
Yeah, but Prashant, I think his audio is not connecting. Prashant?
I'm allowing him. Just wait for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He will update. Prashant sir, you can unmute yourself now. Prashant sir, you can unmute yourself now. Yeah. Sir, I think there is some technical issue. You can carry on.
Okay, so let me start, Dr. Shashwat and Mr. Yadav.
Yes, please.
Yeah, is my video visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So good afternoon. So Transtech Lifecycle Private Limited is actually a technology platform which aggregates resources involved in deployment of optical fiber cable, electrical cables, and city gas pipelines. Right. So what you see on the left is a typical optical fiber cable deployment. Sorry. Yeah. And electrical deployment and the city gas deployment. Okay. So we start with the team. So Mr. Prashant Mathur, he is the founder and CEO, and I am Anuj Kumar. I am also the founder and CTO. Both of us come with a very let's say long innings in the corporate sector. We have worked with companies like Bharat Electronics. I was a part of Indian Railways as well, and we have been a part of the Indian telecom sector with companies like Airtel and Nokia and Reliance Infocom. And plus we have these mentors, Mr. Avinash Rai, right? Avinash is also more than 30 years experience, and his specialization is on platform design and software architecture. And we have Mr. DVR Murthy, who is a mentor who looks after the interactions for venture capital, for the business excellence, legal and full compliance. So the founders have vast experience in the market from corporate and vendor perspective, right? It is something which is very important that, the corporate view of the vendors is actually quite disappointing, right? You don't rely on your thekedars, and you actually call them thekedars, right? And there are reasons from the top that the vendors are not predictable, not reliable, right? But there is a different perspective from the vendor side, right? Who is always in a cash flow type of situation, who has a lot of own problems. So what we are trying to do is that we are implementing our learnings through this platform called TTEG. TTEG stands for Transformation of Telecom, Electricity and Gas, right? And our mission is to address the digital divide between the top and bottom layers. I call it a digital divide because the companies on the top, right, the utility companies like Airtel and Jio and Gale Gas, right, they have a lot of processes and systems in place to actually, to get from the market what they're looking for. Right, but if you see at the bottom level, these vendors currently don't have any tools or any efficiency tools. So this is something which we are calling it a digital divide, and we are trying to address this. We are also trying to enable execution contractors to execute more scope. So of course, their focus is on the physical execution, right? But other than physical execution, there are a lot of things relate to business excellence. For example, a proper documentation, a proper sales process. So we are actually enabling all of this also, so that they can punch above their weight. And we are also trying to create an all India marketplace, and this marketplace will promote entrepreneurship, facilitate paperless interactions between all the entities. And I think one thing which I would like to stress is that the focus is completely on business success, right? Because any enterprise can really do something good in the society or transform the market only after the business success. So the platform is business led and it is actually followed by technology. Okay, so the why and how of TTech. So I think all of us have seen the power of disruptive platforms already in the market. For example, the logistics space is completely, taken over by the successful platforms like BlackBuck. Then, they have platforms in the e-commerce side, like Amazon is a platform, for example, food delivery. So, these platforms have actually taken very, let's say, very popular and very simple use cases and actually transformed the market, right? So TEG is the platform which is trying to do the same for a very, very critical market, the technical services market. So it is a very, very hot and happening market that more than 650,000 crores is a very conservative estimate for the next 5 years from the industry. And these execution vendors that we are talking about, right? This person who's thinking of how to improve the business size and profitability, and he has a large team to take the work out of and to care for. So there are a lot of field teams also. So these teams and these vendors play a very critical role, right? And they run business operations without any IT tools as of now. And of course, if you want to run a professionally, fully compliant, safety conscious, ground-based operation, it is something which is considered quite expensive as of now. So this is what we are trying to say, that we are trying to offer a very, very, let's say, evolved platform on a SaaS model, on a software as a service model, right? So that they can use it without investing any additional money in this, and basically to transform their business operation. So we are trying to give them an all India market through the platform, right? So we are bringing all the execution vendors, we are trying to bring all the utility companies, right? We are trying to bring the complete support ecosystem onto the same platform. We are trying to give them a very professional execution for first time, right? And of course, the lot of documentation, as you can see here, is done manually, and this is something which we are trying to change, and we are trying to convert it into a paperless platform. It is a very, very, let's say, growing market, as I already said. Something like it is going to be about 2.7 times of what it is at the end of 2020, right, in the next 5 years. And I think one thing to notice is that every year something like 850,000 or 950,000 kilometers of telecom, electricity, gas assets will be laid, right? But what you see in the blue is the operations market for this. So the business cases of these utilities run for 25, 30, 40 years, right? And so this market is going to be there perpetually. And of course, this market has the complete ecosystem support from a large number of poor families, so to say, right? The supervisors and the trackers and the operators and the labor, and sometimes the contractors also. So the TEG platform actually, transforms more than 10,000 execution vendors. These are estimates because there are no reliable numbers, but this many number of contractors are involved, right? More than 18,000 machines, something like more than 5 lakh jobs, and of course a lot of on-ground services to feed this work. For example, supply of diesel, supply of water, supply of other consumables, logistics, right? A lot of machine original equipment manufacturers are a part of this market, and of course existing entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs, right? Because once you have a very good view of the market and where the work is, what is the work which will be available on the platform, it is going to foster new entrepreneurs. Micro investors, I think, of course, these machines that we are talking about have very, very strong ROI, very good return on investment. But people really don't venture into this because they don't have the visibility into the work those machines are doing. So, we are saying that if it comes on the platform, the investors get to see what is happening on the ground, right? And a lot of micro investors can come into this. And I think a very, very critical part for smart cities and for municipalities is to do ROW management on the platform, the right of way management on the platform. So ultimately, when we transform the market, right, let's say 3 years from now, we are talking of improving economic opportunity for employees and contractors, right? And they are all becoming a part of the platform. We want to improve the workplace safety and the legal compliance. Of course, then reduction in carbon footprint is another area, because uh, per year something like 14,000 trees worth of paper is being used by this industry. And of course, enabling goal achievement in government programs such as Atal Innovation Mission and Digital India. Uh, I think we are all familiar with the Digital India program being run by BBNL, and there are a lot of problems being faced because of unorganized working. So our platform, or similar initiatives can help the government of India in that. This is the last slide. I think, yes, we have been bootstrapping, both me and Prashant have been bootstrapping this till now, and we are in a, initial launch stage already, right? But yes, funding is an issue that we are where we need support. It can be in terms of grants, it can be in terms of connection to VCs, and of course, let's say go to market support, which is normally given by MSMEs to startups for PSUs like BBNL. Thank you, and we are open for any questions.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So question and answers will be taken at last. I am inviting Mr. Ashutosh, the next incubator.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ashutosh Vasist, and I'm co-founder at Inogical. So let's start with what is Inogical. So our purpose is to create a technological environment in the school and make them aware of a field of technology so that they can feel nothing new in technology. Along with they can also become a creator in early life. So the point is that as we see in our school life, we don't have any access of a multiple technologies, and we can't able to explore multiple technologies, whether say it is about the robotics, it is about the programming, and it is about the satellite and the space technologies. So our main purpose is to aware them, all the student of the schools, to these technologies so that they can have an idea, and so they can, if any student have any keen interest and have any passion in this, so they can pursue this technology from their school life. So we observe that schools only train their student on a limited things, which include very few technologies. One, in age of fast growing schools, technology is not as dispensable. Our vision is to groom the school student together with their regular curriculum in the popular, basic and advanced skills, which will help them to manifest their thoughts and mold them into a skillful individual as they grow up. So let's come on to what we did till now. Starting with we conduct workshop in many different schools in our locality, taught them about the technology, the importance of technology, advantage, disadvantage, how to protect their system, and how to develop websites.
Sorry to interrupt, Ashutosh, your slides are not moving.
Okay, sir. Okay, now, sir, now it's working?
No, just
Okay, sir.
just disable
Okay, sir, wait.
share screen and enable. Now it's working.
Now it's working, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I told you, so we conduct a workshop in different schools in our locality, taught them about the technology, importance of technology, advantage, disadvantage, and how they can develop a website, and how they can develop a robocars, and how they can develop a simple programs to aware them of them. So the response was unexpected. The student was so curious, and they attend the workshop full of enthusiasm, and we received a positive response. And we take our classes up to 2 hours, and our student will sit there and very attentively listen us and understand what we are trying to say. So we observed that the student age between 8 to 15 are very curious and creative. They always try new things and have many ideas in a mind. So we motivate them to generate new ideas, and their ideas were outstanding. They have the potential to work on them and even develop them with us. So these are the classes, and these are the snapshot of the when we taking the workshops. So now the turning point
Again, your
comes.
slides, sir, please.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now it's okay, sir. Okay, sir. Just wait us.
I think it's Ashutosh. Ashutosh, you will have to put it on slideshow mode. I think that's why it's not moving up.
Yeah.
Currently, we put it in slideshow mode. ना presentation mode में डाल दीजिए इसको.
हाँ, make it in full screen mode. Presentation, हाँ.
Okay, sir. Okay.
हाँ, वही वाला क्लिक करिए जो आप पहले प्रेजेंट कर रहे थे वहां पे नीचे बॉटम पे हाँ, स्लाइड बार के बगल
नीचे जाएंगे ना तो स्लाइड शो दिख रहा है, जो स्लाइड शो पे क्लिक करिए,
इसी पे करिए.
हाँ क्लिक करिए इस पे.
Okay, sir. Now it's visible?
Not yet. आपका फुल स्क्रीन मोड में आ नहीं रहा है.
चलिए, नो वरीज, चलिए आप चलिए, जान दीजिए, कोई
Okay,
नहीं. डू नॉट
okay,
टेक योर यू गो अहेड.
Okay.
आशुतोष, आपने शेयर बंद कर दिया है, शेयरिंग नहीं चल रहा है अब. आपका स्लाइड्स नहीं दिख रहा है.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Yes, sir. So, sir, turning points come in our journey when we connect MIET ACIC Foundation. As I am a student of MIET, so I have a talk with Shashwat sir, and then I am present our idea in front of Shashwat sir, and then ACIC MIET Foundation gives us a new direction, and we connected with the schools that have a Atal Tinkering Labs. We even at that time we don't aware about the Atal Tinkering Labs and how the government set up this lab and what is the motto of this lab. So with the help of ACIC, we will know about the Atal Tinkering Labs in the schools, and we conduct a more workshop in the area and have a less access in the that have a less access of a technology and teach them about the technology. And now we have a many early age innovators from that ATL's labs also. So these are some. Yes. So these are some ATL picture we have taken our workshops. So, and these are the some innovators, and they have a very brilliant ideas related to drone, related to any social problems they have faced in their life, and many other students. So our purpose is to visit a school and how we are operating that we visit a school and conduct workshop. Then the coronavirus hit us and lockdown happened. So it enabled us to conduct a virtual workshop, which also help us to connect with the schools, not only in the locality, but also far places. So we are now connected not only the school in the Meerut, but also Ghaziabad, Pune, West Bengal, Punjab, and also we have a school from Muzaffarnagar, Bagpat, and Budhana also. So and the main important thing is that we don't teach our technology in their schools. We create a WhatsApp group of our different schools and give them a update about the which type of new innovation is happening in the world, and we send all the update in the WhatsApp groups also to all these school groups. So these are our more innovators, and these are some the news headlines, and these are the schools we have completed our workshop till now. So the point is that now we have an idea is that if any student from a Mumbai wants to connect with us and have an idea and wants to grow that idea, then where that student can go. So now for that, now we are developing an online platform that the student can access free of course to learn and explore different technologies. ACIC MIT Foundation is providing us with the interns to develop that platform. Also, we are providing an option to discuss student innovative ideas with our mentor and develop their ideas and set them up to the path to become a early age innovator with us. So these are the snapshots of our platform we have designed till now. So this is a path how the student will connect with us and what is that student journey with us. So our main focus is to create a student mind innovative as much as possible. Thank you so much. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashutosh. So next one is Mr. Rajesh.
Yes, sir.
You can share your screen and start your presentation, Rajesh.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm audible, sir.
You are audible, but your screen is yet to be shared. एक बार डिसेबल करके फिर से आप शेयर करिए. हाँ, now it is visible. Please start.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rajesh Kumar Verma, founder of Sony Sketch Kona, and also product designer, problem-oriented researcher, and also innovate a modern electoral system for India, and also won the gold medal in fuel engineering AQ2 Technical Fest Uttar Pradesh in 2017. My aim, I want to make a job creator. My product name is co-operated tab. That is short form in short form TOTI, which मैं अपने प्रोडक्ट के बारे में कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन देना चाह रहा हूँ. इस डिवाइस, यह एक ऐसा डिवाइस है जिसकी मदद से हम पर डे 5 से 6 लीटर पानी को बचा सकते हैं, जो डेली रूटीन में यूज करते हैं. उसमें क्या है कि जैसे कि पब्लिक प्लेसेस पे जो टैप लगे होते हैं, उनमें क्या है कि मैनुअल ऑपरेटेड होते हैं. तो उसमें क्या है कि जैसे कि हाथ को हम धोते टाइम रबिंग के टाइम पे वो टैप ओपन खुला रहता है, तो पानी जो है कि वेस्ट होता रहता है. तो इसलिए इस प्रॉब्लम को सॉर्ट आउट करने के लिए ये टोटी हमने बनाया है. इसे आसानी से लगाया जा सकता है किसी भी जगह पे जहाँ पे टोटी लगा हुआ है टैप, और इसमें किसी भी स्पेशलाइज्ड पर्सन की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी जो मतलब इसको लगाने में बहुत डिफिकल्टी हो. तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. यह एक टोटल मैकेनिकल डिवाइस है जिसे हम क्लच लीवर के ऑपरेशन से हम इसको ऑपरेट करेंगे, और यह एक तरीके से फुल्ली हैंड फ्री और पानी की वेस्टेज को बचाने में इसका मतलब यूज कर सकते हैं. ये डिवाइस क्या है कि हम पब्लिक सेक्टर पे लगाएंगे, जिससे कि बहुत ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में पानी को सेव कर पाएंगे, क्योंकि पब्लिक सेक्टर पे नॉर्मल जो टैप होते हैं उसको हम जो प्रेजेंट टाइम में एक्स्ट्रा सेंसर बेस्ड टैप आ रहे हैं वो लगाएंगे, तो वहां पे क्या है कि उसके टाइम ड्यूरेशन होता है जिसे हम चार्ज करते हैं, जिसमें बैटरी लगी होती है, तो इसलिए वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. इसलिए हमने इस तरीके का टैप बनाया है जो यहाँ पे लगाएंगे. और हम यहाँ पे MIT कॉलेज से ACIC मेरठ फाउंडेशन से मुझे योग्य एनवायरनमेंट दिया जा रहा है, जिसमें हम प्रोटोटाइप को बनाने से लेकर उसका पेटेंट तक पूरा सपोर्ट मिल रहा है. तो इंडिया में सही डायरेक्शन में सपोर्ट मिलना बहुत ही मुश्किल है. इसलिए मैंने एक स्लोगन भी तैयार किया है कि प्रतिभाओं का करो सम्मान, तभी चमकेगा हिंदुस्तान। तो बस यही है हमारा। थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, Rajesh. And next is Preetam. Preetam is a class 10th student. Preetam, can you please share your screen and start with your presentation?
Yes, sir. Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, good to go.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Preetam Datta and I am a student of Army Public School, Bagrakot. And I have presented my idea, which is robotics assisted farming, in front of ACIC MIIT. And it was one of the game changer of my life. And I am now getting all the supports from ACIC MIIT, and they are actually helping me to create all the models and everything, and they are supporting me for everything, from mentoring to giving me all the equipments. So my idea is basically for the farmers of the whole world actually. So my brief idea is I am here to create a model on aquaponics farm. I am here to create an aquaponics farming model with the assistance of robotics. As we know that agriculture is one of the primary sector of the whole world, but no one get actually innovations in this field, and people are getting away from agriculture as because of the high expenses and low income. But this idea can actually increase agriculture in India. The aquaponics is a new innovation in agriculture. It will be implementing the agriculture in the whole India. The aquaponics will be helping in reducing the use of water and also reducing the use of labor and also for the fertilizers. And in this field, the farmer can have double income, one by having the selling of crops and other by selling the fishes. So I am here with a product that will be creating these all things. So actually we can say that in USA a farmer is same as a big businessman, but in India a farmer is just a farmer. Actually my team, I have not actually decided my team on a professional way, but I have named my team as Preduino, which will be actually going to the heights. So the market scope of my idea will be very good because it will be connecting all the farmers of India in this network, and the farmers will be also very happy, I think, with this idea. Sir, my slides now over. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Preetam. So with this last presentation of the incubating, we are ending this session and we are open for the discussion. हमें कुछ लोग के इसमें कमेंट्स भी आ रहे हैं जो कि अच्छे भी हैं कि हम ये सेशन हिंदी में क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं या हिंदी में क्यों नहीं हो सकते हैं। तो मैं क्षमा चाहूँगा, ये मेंशन करना भी चाहूँगा, आपको सूचित करना चाहूँगा कि हमारे कई जो है अभी मित्रगण जुड़े हुए हैं जो कि हिंदी भाषी क्षेत्रों से नहीं हैं। तो थोड़ा-सा उसके लिए मैं आपसे क्षमा चाहूँगा, ये सेशन इंग्लिश में करा रहे हैं। लेकिन आप आपको जो भी प्रश्न पूछने हैं आप हिंदी में भी पूछ सकते हैं और हम लोग तैयार हैं हिंदी में भी जवाब देने को। So the session is now this dais is open. आप लोग प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर सेशन में, या तो लिख दीजिए चैट बॉक्स में लिख दीजिए, अदरवाइज आप रेज कर सकते हैं हैंड में, आपको आपका माइक इनेबल कर दूंगा। दो लोग ने रेज हैंड किया है, रुद्रेश कुमारी जी, यू आर अलाउड टू टॉक, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर सकती हैं। रुद्रेश कुमारी जी, रुद्रेश कुमारी जी, आपका आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं, आपको इनेबल कर दिया है, आपका माइक ऑफ है। Okay, I think there is some issue at your end. Prakashveer Arya ji, you are allowed to talk. Prakashveer Arya ji, आप अपना माइक प्रकाशवीर आर्या जी, आप अपना माइक अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं, अगर आपको कोई प्रश्न है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं।
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
ना, आपकी आवाज आ रही है, आप पूछ सकते हैं सवाल।
सर आपकी आवाज कट रही है।
हम आपको आराम से सुन सकते हैं, प्लीज आप अपना प्रश्न पूछें।
हेलो सर, आवाज आ रही है।
जी हाँ, I think there is some technical issue.
हेलो
Anyone else, if you have some queries, you can ask. Okay, so it was, I think now we are overextending our time of 4 p.m. and I'm very thankful to Manglesh ji that sir came to us on our invitation on a very short notice, and he shared some very, very valuable facts about how the government policies, how especially the Niti Aayog is promoting the innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem, which is in turn helping the entrepreneurs, और किस तरीके से एक इकोसिस्टम क्रिएट हो रहा है, एक सस्टेनेबल इकोसिस्टम क्रिएट हो रहा है जो कि सबकी सहायता के लिए, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स की सहायता के लिए बन रहा है, और किस तरीके से ACICs का रोल है, और इसमें हम यूनाइटेड नेशन के जो सस्टेनेबिलिटी डेवलपमेंट गोल्स हैं उनको कैसे ध्यान में रख के डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं, इनोवेशंस एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को बढ़ावा दे रहे हैं। तो मंगलेश सर, मैं आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा। टू एंड बिफोर कंक्लूडिंग दिस, I want to thank all the attendees, all the participants who were present with us, and all the attendees who are present in all every session. So thank you so much, sir.
थैंक यू सो मच शाश्वत जी। एक्चुअली काफी लोगों ने ये प्रश्न किया कि सेशन हिंदी में क्यों नहीं हो रहा है। एक्चुअली आई वुड हैव आल्सो लव्ड हिंदी में होने के लिए, और हमने मौका सभी को दिया है। आगे से हम कोशिश रखेंगे हमेशा कि सेशन हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में हो, एंड वील ट्राई फॉर दैट आल्सो।
बिल्कुल सर।
तो हमने ये फीडबैक भी अपने लिए लिया है और हम इसे आगे जरूर करेंगे।
जी बिल्कुल सर, ठीक है। धन्यवाद सर।
धन्यवाद सभी को।